Hello and welcome, Summoners. Today I'm going to show you a couple of speed teams I'm working on for Giants B10. You may have all seen in developers' notes that Come To Us has recently announced that they're going to be adjusting the way they set up runes for drops. So, to get ready for this, I'm working on some speed teams for each of the major dungeons. The first one is the one that's giving me the best times, but it only has about a 95% success rate. It also relies on you having 2 Lucians and a Galleon, which is pretty rare for a lot of people. But it's ending in an average of 1 minute 19 seconds, so pretty solid. These teams are all auto, by the way, and by no means am I claiming to be an expert. This is just what I've been messing around with all day. So realistically, you might be able to improve on these. What I do like about these teams is they're all able to be subbed out for other guys. So I'm going to show you a couple different guys that you can change out for Lucian, or guys that you can change out for Theo. But this team is key for Bernard. You need Bernard because he shield breaks, and in addition to shield breaking, which Galleon also does, he also has that attack debuff, and that's really useful on the Giant because his knocks are what kills your guys most of the time. So there you have it, a 1 minute and 12 speed time with double Lucian. But what about those guys who don't have double Lucian? Let's see. We have to take out a Lucian. One of the other things you can do is sub out Sigmaris. Now for Sigmaris, sometimes I like to put him up here for HP boost, because that will keep the team alive longer. But if you're purely running on speed and you don't mind losing a couple of games, it's much better to run Lucian or even Theo as your lead, so that way you're dealing more damage more consistently. Now this speed team's pretty tame, seeing as Theo's pretty much farmable. Really, Galleon could be replaced with, not ideally, but he could be replaced with Shannon, because you do have Bernard as your shield breaker for the final boss. Sigmaris is farmable. The only one who's not farmable in this whole team, technically, that can't be subbed out right away is Lucian. And Lucian can be replaced with any AoE wind attacker or water attacker. Really, everything in this run is going to be golden until you get up to the final boss here. And then he does have that one hit that can pretty much wipe out all these featherweights without a healer. But remember, our goal here is just speed runs. So there's a run with Sigmaris instead of double Lucian. See, only 1 minute 15 seconds, not bad at all. And let's say you have no Lucian. Try one of those teams. One team that I would like to run is throwing out Julie. Julie's another really heavy hitter for water. I don't know about all you guys, but I think I've gotten more Julies than anything. I think I've gotten over 20 Julies since I started playing the game. They drop for me like crazy. And she is a great Lucian replacement. I know that less and less people are using her, but I gotta tell you, I haven't put a lot of work into her runes, and she still hits with the best of them. But the formula stays the same for pretty much all these teams if you're noticing a trend here. It's that Bernard and Galleon are there. We need a shield break and an attack booster. Ooh, somebody just got a Valkyrie. In addition to that, we're also focusing on having some big, heavy AoE hitters. And at the same time, it is nice if you can also have somebody like Theo Mars, or other than Theo Mars, one of the other ones that I've been playing around with is the Wind Rakasha. She's also a good drop. You know what? I'm going to run one more after this with her, assuming that this isn't taking too long. Boom, we got our shield break right off the bat. And everybody's getting their hit in. Trying to get his attack off. It's another clean run. Oh, and that's the first guy we lost in these rounds. Don't be afraid if your guys keep dropping like flies. As long as you're clearing it, that's your end game here. You want to be clearing the boss. 1 minute 27 seconds. Not bad if you don't have Elution, I would say. Let's just recharge this. We'll do one more. This time what we're going to do is we're going to run all farmable except for Julie. We're going to run... There she is. And I'm going to post her as the lead. So now this is without AoE hitters entirely. Like I said, I really wouldn't recommend no AoE hitters except for Sigmaris, because that's what speeds you through all these rounds. But realistically, we might lose maybe 15-20 seconds. It's not a large amount of time lost, and depending on how far in the game you are, you know, that might not be anything to you. Now, if you're paying attention to your gameplay and you really put your time into it, and you're not just full going on auto and leaving it in your pocket or something, you can target the right bosses on these areas. If you target that center golem and don't worry about taking off the side two, you can shave a good 5, maybe even 7 to 10 seconds off your time, depending on how slow your ending results are. And boom, there he goes. Minute 30 seconds, not too bad if you don't have Elution. Like I said, a lot of these guys aren't too hard to get. This is a 60% farmable team for the most part. This is pretty easy. But realistically, guys, hopefully that gives you some options and some ideas. Get out there, have fun. And if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Cartoon Lord. I will see you next time, guys.